Hello everybody, I'm Storm here. Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV Online, Shadowbringers. In the last episode, we ended up bumping into Elidibus, having a conversation with him. Then after that, Thancred had fainted, apparently, and then we got an update on the status of the Scion's bodies, which is not looking good back in the source. And so we kind of need to get the old, get everybody back home process moving. And so we got an update on the status of the soul crystals that are going to be used for that purpose. And they seem to be pretty much ready for a test run, it would seem. So, that's kind of where we are at the moment. And so we are here in the Crystarium, and Thancred has our next quest for us, so we might as well just go ahead and have a chat and see what is next up for us. Thancred is eager to get to work, indeed. Meanwhile, we're trying to sort out what in the world is going on with Elidibus. Alright, right then. While the Exarch literally pours his own sweat and blood into his allotted task, it seems only fair that we attend to our own. Dealing with Elidibus and his minions. Just so. And there is one other matter. In light of our deteriorating health, Ystella should not be left alone at a niter. Might I trouble you to visit her, Ayame? See that all is well? I would go myself, but I think she might be safer in the hands of one less prone to collapsing. My thanks. You may leave the Ascians to us. Once they're out of the way, we will retire to Yulemoor, and when Ystella has finished plumbing the depths, I'd like the two of you to join us there. If you're bound for a niter, I suggest you go via Venmont Yards. Our friends there will be glad to provide a boat for you. Let us be on our way then. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. Wait, I have a gift for you from Tataru. Ah, yes, the bread. From Tataru, you say? Whatever could it be? Archon loaf, thou sayest? Why, even to hear the name doth transport me to times long past. Bread from another world? May I try some? Mayest thou, child? Thou must! That said, though I personally disagree with the consensus, I do nonetheless advise thee to temper thine expectations. Wiser words have never been uttered. Though it rarely darkened our dining table at home, I can attest that it was standard fare at the studium. Indeed, a slice was never far from our peers' hands. Alphino, you really are an unbearable snob sometimes. Do you know that? What I believe my colleagues are trying to say is that we appreciate the gesture. Tell Tatara we'll do our best to return before she's forced to seek further supplementary employment. Right. Let's really be off now. We can find a drink to wash down the bread on the way. Get going. Yeah, there you go. They'll be leaving without you. Alright, speak to the Idle Shipwright and Venmont Yards. Alright, I'll head on over there. And see how Ystella's getting on. And see if she has discovered anything of use. Alright, oh-ho, if it ain't the warrior of darkness herself, what brings you to these parts? Heading out to sea, eh? But of course, we'd be happy to help. Just say the word and I'll be ready, and I'll ready a boat. Yep, we'll head on out. Ooh.
Excellent. I had intended to speak with you alone. None of my doing, lest you misunderstand. The link between her body and soul wavers. I know not what you hoped to find here, but it will avail you naught to learn of our past.
Reviewing the records yet again? Really? You worry too much, Elidibus. This dedication to your duty verges on obsession. To think some thought you ill-suited for the role. How wrong they were. But come. Turn your gaze outside the window, my friend. The rains have ceased, and we have been graced with another beautiful day.
It fades. Fades away into oblivion. Does the world no longer have need of me? No. I am Elidibus, and I will fulfill my duty. Sundered though you may be, you fought for the world's salvation. For hope. Hope. Ah, it swells within me. Empowers me. Now I may carry out my mission. And yet, why do I yearn for this? Why do I struggle so? I shall take her into my safekeeping. If you want her back, you will do as I ask. Show me your strength. I would take your measure. I have prepared a suitable arena. You need but ride the flow of ether.
Alright then. Wants a demonstration? We'll give him one. Okay, so it's like this is gonna be a solo instance. Let's go. This looks familiar. You are familiar with this place, I believe. This remembered Amarot. Proceed to the capital. I shall return your comrade to you there. I tire of your games. You speak as if you were disappointed in me. Why? I am your enemy, and you mine. Our goals are in conflict, and we are fated to clash. Or had you hoped that feigned sympathy and false understanding would cast your crimes in a less reprehensible light? That would come to look upon you as a friend? You have slaughtered my people, you who would tear down everything we have built. You do not deny it, then. Very well, let us change the cast of this trial. You will know what you have stolen from us. But do not imagine I crave remorse, only justice. Alright, follow Elidibus. Alright then, we will follow Elidibus. Alright. Rest assured there are no tricks. You need but defeat the enemies before you. First, something easy. Those whom a budding hero might encounter at the beginning of her tale. I believe I have the perfect subjects. Copies of the scions. Very well. You think that's gonna get to me? It's not. All too easy, I see. But at least you now understand the rules. Thus, we will make our way to the capital. Are you trying to unnerve me? Come now. I made it plain they were monsters. Be that as it may, even a monster could be someone's beloved. That is what I wish to impress upon you. Come, we shouldn't dwell on the beginnings when so much of your story awaits. What? Minfilia, Moonbrita, and Eorzea? Biggs, Wedge, and Cid? Every tale requires villains. Defeat them and claim your place as a hero. Livia, Ratatin, Nero, and Gaius. Alright then. Well done, champion of Eorzea. Well done. Onward then, over the bloodied bodies of the fallen. Alright. You tasted many sweet triumphs, yes, but so did you taste bitter tragedy. Who could forget the Crystal Braves? Oh yeah, these again.
God damn it.
They're getting a little tougher. So it's easy yet again. You always did grow stronger with every battle. Alright, now what? It seems it will take more than those monsters to leave an impression upon you, or mayhap you simply fail to understand my meaning. Not that it matters. No, I've dealt with countless heroes, and always it ends the same way. No amount of reasoning will bridge our differences, will result in happiness for all. Whatever your reason may be, I cannot be bound by them. I can but put faith in my own beliefs and fight for them with all my being. Well, it seems there's nothing for it but for us to fight. For a certainty, I am Elidibus, and come what may, I will fulfill my mission. To that end, I do take your measure. Eventually, I will eliminate you. Your hopes and dreams are inconsequential. Enough talk is not your assertions that I wish to know, but your strength. Falsely accused of regicide, you fled for the snow-swept fields of Kurthus. Had you and Ascians met your demise that day in the Sultanate, La Habrea might have been spared his. But not only did you stubbornly live, you hurled yourself into the thick of the Dragonsong War. Swept along by the tide of events, you pursued and slew those who sought to stop the unending conflict. Just as you were bid. Oh, Thornton and those guys. Look away.
Impossible.
I trust you're beginning to limber up. Do keep up the fine form. So what are we on to now? Around heroes, people are wont to flock, people who harbor all manner of motives, each baser than the last.
I'll take you. Easy peasy. Damn it all.
No more than they deserve. In the end, their hand of friendship was tainted with personal desire. Oh, those aren't going to attack me, that's fine. You know what comes next? You put an end to the Dragon Song War. Needhog? Mm-hmm. Alright. Is he down? As simple as that, a 1,000-year war is brought to its conclusion. But every end marks a new beginning, and for heroes such as you, there is only ever conflict. So I guess we'll be moving on to the liberation of Doma and Alamigo. Are you enjoying the walk down memory lane? I dare say there will have been a few individuals whom you harbor deep feelings, whose passing caused you keenest grief. That is what our people are to us, an irreplaceable existence that can ill be lost. I will save them, for they are my... Wait for him to continue. Never mind. We are not here to talk. Let us return to the task at hand. Emperor Solus had kindled an insatiable flame. Garlemald was its name, and it raged across the land, consuming all in its path. And following the trail of ash, you set forth for Alamigo and Doma into a storm of blood. Again you fought, and again you grew stronger, so strong that we could no longer control you. Yours is an unnatural, beastly strength, and we shall lay it bare. To regain a foothold in the liberation effort, you journeyed to far eastern plains. Grinwat, Magnai, and Sadu.
The sun cannot be extinguished.
It is not enough!
The strong are drawn to the strong, thus did you gather new allies to your banner? Yet, where ardent souls gather, so do fires burn. In this way did you consign those around you to the flames. You Giri in here. Yeah, go for it. Giri's down.
I cannot fail. Not again.
You did not hesitate, or perhaps could not. No matter, let us turn our attention to the finale. Here we shall test between fellow beasts. Is it only fitting, would you not agree? Xenos. When I fought you in his flesh, 'twas I who triumphed. Will you turn the tables this time? Alright. One last one. No problem. My creation appears to have lost its form. It's no easy thing to see through the eyes of a beast such as him. In any event, there is only so much to be learned by taking your measure this way. Let us try something different. Come, we continue this within. An impressive show of strength, but surely no more than a foretaste of that which Emet-Sunk's conqueror is capable. Such might requires a fairer measure, to compare like with like, yes. I shall just have to test you myself. Come on, Oyame. Show me what you can do. All right, then. Shall we begin? Let's see what you got. What in the world are you doing, buddy? Come at me with everything you've got. Okay. lose all my MP? He's gonna knock me back. There goes all my MP again. Doing this again. Very well, I'll transcend my very limits and we'll see what you're truly capable of. Oh, that uses up MP. Okay. Alright, what's he up to? Okay, something happening there. We're going him down. Alright, here you go. No match.
You have grown stronger since last we fought. The result of your trials in the first, no doubt.
Have you finished? My apologies. I freed myself as soon as I awoke, but rather too late, I see. Now, Elidibus, if you have ceased trading blows, I would trade words with you. I have a theory, you see. One concerning that which you seek to accomplish. It stems from who, or rather what, you truly are. A primal. The ancients created Zodiac to deliver the star from destruction. If the magic that brought him forth is the precursor of what we know as summoning, then Zodiac would have been instilled with a presiding desire. I found it among the records at Anida, and it came as no surprise. Were I faced with the world's destruction, I too would wish for the same. Salvation. I know that you sacrificed yourself to become Zodiac's heart. How you came to be separated from him is less clear. But if you are a fragment of his being, it stands to reason a desire for the world's salvation would drive you. And thus did you seek to inspire the masses to rise up as warriors of light, going so far as to use Ardbert as a symbol of hope.
Correct on all counts. Such is my nature, and such are my methods. I have aided heroes. I have made them. I have even become them. This served not only to strengthen me, but also to facilitate the work of my brothers, such as Emmett Selk, with his penchant for nation building.
Then you will be all too familiar with the fickleness of mankind. We change, we forget, and what little we do remember becomes twisted and fragmented over time. For which reason, you deem us unfit to carry on your legacy. But are you, yourself, free of these foibles? As the last witness of the final days, do you remember everything that was lost? Or even the things you cared about?
Get to the point.
A primal is shaped by the hope that fuels it. Even should this hope be something as simple as the world's salvation, it is the collective desire of innumerable disparate souls crying out for deliverance. Having drawn your strength from such a cacophony of voices, can you truly be sure you still speak with your own?
Your question is irrelevant. No matter how much I should change, no matter how much I should forget, I shall ever remember my duty. At times I stand with my brethren. At times I stand against them. All that I might steer mankind and the very star upon their true course. For Elidibus is my name and my mission, guiding my every deed. But enough talk. You have shown me sufficient proof of your might. As I am now, I would struggle to defeat you. Yet I have still to play all of my cards. If I could offer you some semblance of sport, your lessers would pose no threat to me. Would you not agree, warrior of darkness?
So he's the heart of Zodiac. Interesting. And now, not sure what he's going to be up to. Alright. It's been an eventful morning, if indeed it is morning. I have no idea how long I was unconscious. Regardless, I am gratified to see that my efforts at Nider have borne fruit. we have confirmed the nature of our foe and his plot. Now then, what news from the surface? I see. Then let us make for Yulmore at once. We have much to share with our comrades, Elidibus' parting threat not least of all. But forgive me. It would seem my belongings did not accompany me here. I will need to retrieve them from a niter. With luck, the ethereal stream you traversed still lingers. I won't be long. What's this? Peculiar crystal. A peculiar crystal lies on the capital's polished floor. A peculiar crystal lies on the floor. Upon its surface, an array of lights twinkle like a tiny constellation of stars. Day 4th. Bring honor to the seat of... The distorted voice of an ancient rings out in your mind. A moment preserved in the crystal, it would seem. You know, something else glinting up ahead. Constellation crystals. More of them? You find 3 more crystals lying on the floor, though they differ in color and decoration. Each is identical in shape. You focus on the crystals and find that the words they hold ring clearer than before. Behold, my friends. Embraced by the earth and caressed by the wind, vibrant life flourishes. All is right in creation. There can be no greater joy than to use our wisdom for the good of our people, no greater pride. May all know happiness now and forevermore. There do not appear to be any more crystals in the hall. Perhaps it would be wise to continue the search outside. Okay, well, I had planned on ending the episode here, but now I'm getting involved in this. Let's go ahead and grab those. Two more of them. Your instincts serve you true. You can discover another 2 crystals. As you reach out with your consciousness, new voices begin to echo in your mind. The heavens are ablaze and the land rent asunder. What will become of the world? Is life itself to be denied? Come what may, we must not surrender to despair. If we but hold fast to hope, we may yet find a path to salvation. The voices tell an incomplete tale. Might more remain to be found? here's more of them. You soon discover 2 more crystals, rather too soon in fact, as if someone wanted you to find them. Everything burns, crumbles, decays. I hear the lamentations of my brethren, and soon there will only be silence. We will deliver our star from its doom, this we swear, so please dry your tears. Whatever awaits at the end of your search, it's plain you have yet to find it. Three more. Sure enough, your persistence is swiftly rewarded, this time with 3 crystals. The time has come, we shall rewrite the laws of creation, we shall save our star. From this life our Savior born, may I be worthy of the honor. I feel my soul burning, slowly but irrevocably, and the power I wield begins to seem terrible. But this is right. It is right. The tale the crystals weave seems near its end, but it isn't over yet. Alright. Well, let's grab these. Or this one. With almost melancholy inevitability, the 12th crystal soon reveals itself to your questing eye. Though salvation is ours, it came at great sacrifice. All that remains is to pray. To pray that we will one day meet again beneath a blue sky. Judging by his testimony, it would seem the voice was recorded in the wake of the final days. You scan the area, another glint catches your eye. Well, if that's number 12, I'm guessing 13 and 14 are up ahead. Gone is the brilliant radiance of life, replaced by the something about malformed creatures. Is this to be how it ends? For we who loved the star with all our being? No, I will not suffer to be so. Well, well, we meet again, my new old friend. Elidibus. How good of you to remember. I see you have been collecting stars. I speak of those crystals, they have constellations etched upon them, yes? High in the heavens, those stars shine their guiding light down upon the lives below. Fitting symbols for the convocation of 14, would you not agree? As you will have gathered, each crystal bears an account of the life of a member of the Convocation as remembered by the Unsundered. Lest you worry, they aren't concepts. They are far too incomplete to be so, but they suffice for imbuing memories within sundered souls, that they might be restored to their office. Keep them. I am sure Emmett Selk wouldn't mind. So how fare you of late? You are feuding with Elidibus this time, I believe. I shall refrain from passing comment on your struggle. It is not my place to do so, long departed as I am. But if I may give voice to a personal desire, I would rather you lived. If you do not, how will you keep your promise to Emmett Selk, the promise to remember? It must weigh heavy, the burden of all those memories. To one who has lived a life such as yours, I can well imagine how Elidibus' existence might seem hollow, how empty his single-minded pursuit of a half-forgotten cause must appear. But know that his devotion is not without reason, even if he himself can no longer remember what that reason is. Well, that's quite enough of talk about Elidibus. I would see if you can reunite the wayward stars. I mentioned before that there was a member of the Convocation who opposed Zodiark's summoning and defected, one whose office was left vacant. Defectors having been deemed unworthy of commemoration, no crystal exists for the individual in question. Or shouldn't exist, at any rate, and wouldn't, had a friend not created one in secret. A crystal bearing the forgotten name of her office, along with the magic of her own conceiving. A singular incantation embodying her spirit. Among all the offices, the 14th was most unusual, for while the rest sat at Almarot, its holder was charged with gaining an intimate knowledge of the wider world. In the course of her duty, she traveled the length and breadth of every land and befriended countless folk. She encountered troubles too, of course, matters which she could simply have referred to the convocation, but that was not her way. Nay, more often than not, she would call upon her comrades and together resolve matters themselves. Such is the magic sealed within that crystal, the magic to summon the stars to your side. In times of greatest need, should you wish upon it with all your heart, it will surely answer your call. And now it is where it belongs. Oh, there is no need for thanks, but nor will I hear any complaints about it either. After all, I cannot say whether I act of my own volition or by the will of my Recreator.
I was wondering where you'd disappeared to. Is something troubling you? No? Very well. I have everything. Let's hurry back to the surface.
Alright then. Let's go ahead and turn this in with Eustola. Fresh air at long last. I would celebrate my return to dry land with a pot of tea, had we the luxury of time. But we must be prepared for Elidibus. Given what we know, it is plain he will not be deterred from his course. And nor would I, were I him. Not if it meant forsaking everything I loved. That said, I will have not forgotten how Eorzea fought to find common ground with us, for all our misgivings. Ultimately, our differences were not to be bridged, of course, but one must always try. Eorzea understood this, and if his gesture resonated with you, perhaps you might consider reaching out to his brethren. Though it may all be for naught, you of all people know that there is no such thing as a foregone conclusion. Alright, we'll take that. And now we'll go ahead and stop here. Kind of way over time, but that's alright. Alright. Very interesting. Basically confirms the idea that, well, we used to be a member of the Convocation of 14. Alright. We'll see where everything goes from here. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Go ahead, like, subscribe, and comment, and I will see you next time.